farm as we earlier heard. This is the second branch at the Inner Junction, one of farm phase 2, Makodi. This is where our broiler farms are located. Layers are in this quarter over there. So today this is a brooding room, and this is set up for how brooding room is supposed to look like. You can see on the floor there is a rice bran on the floor.
Okay, what's this rice bran?
Rice bran.
Okay, what is it for?
So the purpose of this is to prevent contact with the floor directly.
Okay.
Because let me use the word insulate, or to insulate the floor between the chicken and the floor.
Okay.
So that when the cold is coming from the ground, it will prevent it
from
if it is
touching
heat.
them.
Yeah, so it will maintain to make to supply the required environment from the ground. So and then after that, you put the newspaper on it. The rice bran. The purpose is so that the new chick will not have access to the rice bran at this tender age.
Okay, so they don't mistakenly eat the rice bran.
Yes, it has many disadvantages of eating it. Even though the rice bran itself is a bedding material. Bedding material means that your alternative will call it litter materials. That the things we put on the floor to surround the animal life on it and they eat on top of it. That is their own bed. That is their environment. That is their home. So that is what called bedding material, litter material. So rice bran can be used with bedding material, but in this case, it's not ideal for this age of birth. Why? Because the rice bran, they have many disadvantages. One, if the bird have access to it, they will eat it, it will prevent or expose them to early coccidiosis. Go by puncturing their intestine because they are very fragile at this point. Two, it will result to stunted growth because if they eat even just pick or 2 or 3 of it, it will occupy the space of food in their intestine. By doing so, it will result in stunted growth because that's why we feel, but actually they are lacking the basic nutrients because rice bran is full of food fiber. There's nothing like a protein or energy. The basic nutrients are not there.
Okay, so that's why after putting the rice bran on the ground, you use a newspaper to cover it so as to prevent direct access of the broilers to the
two major reasons to prevent that to create and insulate the floor against heat and cold, majorly cold that come from the ground, and two, to prevent it to eating of the rice bran. This start to cause sicknesses like the intestinal sickness like coccidiosis. That is number 2, and then 3, to enhance growth. Why? Because eating it, you take up the space of the feeding in their stomach, so it will reduce to low consumption of feed, thereby resulting to poor growth as well. So these are 3 major rationales for using the floor as using rice bran and to insulate the floor.
Okay. So what is this their food called?
This is called broiler starter.
Okay, so can we see it?
Yeah, this is broiler super starter.
Okay.
So like this brand as this currently is Ultima Plus. There are different country brand. This is Ultima Plus.
So what's the difference between starter and finisher?
Starter and finisher have, because the difference is their nutrient requirements. Sorry, their nutrient content. And the nutrient content, what the animal is depends on the nutrient requirement at this stage of growth. As a physiological growth, their nutrient is different. For example, is that a starter, their CP crude protein is 23%, at least 22-23%. That is the ideal crude protein, and that is what the body of the animal they need at this age, because these are their formative growth, their stage of their formative stage of growth. So they need the basic nutrient of protein and energy to balance up. Why they need to have like 3,000 kilocalories of energy, you need like 2,900 to 3,000 of energy requirement, and then 22-23% crude protein requirements for the starting. So that is the difference between starter and finisher. Finisher have a lower CP and have a lower energy requirement, and the other components like amino acid, crude fiber, and the rest, all of them are there. So the nutrient requirements of the animals is what differentiates the difference in feed to be given. But what is needed at this stage is not the nutrient we need at 4 weeks. So that is why we give them starter now and later give them finisher. So when they are developed, the basic organs are developed, can transfer them to finisher so that they will just be matured on that stage, because they take the required all the necessary nutrients from the early stage or their formative stage.
And then starter is smoother than finisher.
Yes, starter can come in this form. I mean, sorry, finisher can come in this form to do a bit bigger.
Okay.
The particle size differ.
Yeah.
But yes, particle size of starter usually used to be smaller than this. Like you carry some other brand of feed, you see that their particle size is still more smaller than this, even though they are still starter. So the particle size varies depending based on different companies' needs. So that is how the data is because regarding their feed, that is how it is. Now you see there's charcoal battery here. This to generate heat. For essence, the goal is for heat production, not light. Lighting is different from heating.
Okay.
So brooding is essentially a production of heat. That is what we call the brooding rule. Brooding essentially what? Production of heat. So you can produce heat without producing light are two different. So vegetative condition is necessary at these first 2 weeks of growth. So the heat now maintain a particular level of temperature you need to maintain. If you look at the window there is a room thermometer there. So this gives a guide of okay, they are having sufficient at least different. It should not less than exceed 37 and should not less than 30. So for the first we need to maintain that range of this temperature, the room for the heat. So as they grow, you see the need for the temperature reduce and need for ventilation will increase. So talk of like next to come into play. But for now, see everywhere close and then lock. So this one, once the sun come up, if the sun can supply the required heat, we can stop putting the charcoal. Depending when the sun goes down again, and start heating up the room to maintain a constant temperature for this growth, starting growth phase.
Okay.
So that is good. And if you look at the water, there is breeding drops also protein comprised of some different diseases. So we give them so that in case of any carrier from hatchery, not that they are sick, but all those for prophylaxis, for prevention measures. So we need to put all those things so that in case of any carrier, in case of transportation from the hatchery down to here, there's any contact with each other, is able to stand the chance of overcoming them easily. So this is another thing. So like this color pieces is wrong. So those are things you need to start addressing right on time as you spot it. Like you say this one. Okay.
So how many broilers do we have here?
So like this is 150 broilers.
150 broilers.
Yes.
Have we lost any?
No, we are not lost.
So they are complete.
Yes,
wow. How many days old are they?
They are 2 days now.
Wow,
3 days old.
3 days old.
Yes, they arrived on Tuesday.
So today, Wednesday, Thursday.
So they are 2 days old.
Okay, so our broilers are 2 days old. So can you hold one so that we can see?
Okay, like even they are weak, there's a weight, required weight they need to have on weekly basis. At least by when they complete 1 week, supposed to have at least up to 200 grams minimum.
So how many? What's the weight now?
Weight now, we wait at their arrival is let's say some 42 they vary, but let's say on average around 42 grams.
Okay.
So that which is their plasma, because ideal broiler weight should not less than 36 grams. So this is 2 weeks old broilers.
Okay.
Okay. So this is, and then you can see. So this is the. So you can see to my know, but this is a male. The first one I carry is female.
Oh, they are male and female broilers?
Yes. So, but you don't know unless you are platinate.
So having feathers.
Yes. So
can we see the feathers?
The males at this stage you have a shorter feather than female.
Also, females have longer feathers. Yes, so that's how you know that.
Yeah, that is one aspect. There are different ways.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
so
ways.
Females have longer feathers than the male.
At the early stage like this. So they have a different gender. So their sex can determine their sex. Even by holding them like this too, from hatchery. I hold them like this too. It will determine it's an 18, so it will determine when they are new fresh from hatchery, feed them up the level of your position is different. So it's a way, it's another way of differentiating and identifying the sex of the female. And we just so At least newspaper is changed. It's not permanent. At least because of the density, the stocking density determine how frequent. Assume because this is my lowest bed I've ever stocked.
Oh.
Because I just stock 600 500.
Wow.
So this is my lowest number I've stocked so far. So the stock density determine there are 500 beds.
Yeah.
Latest tomorrow newspaper will change.
Yes, that's true.
So but because the stocking density and then the season too, it's not easy to do. The paper can be easily
Can stay here longer.
Yeah. So the paper you change for sometimes 2 or 3 times even before you finally change to wood shape.
Okay.
That is
Are the mature broilers. So how many weeks old are these ones?
9 weeks.
Just 9 weeks? Are you kidding me?
These are very 12 days.
9 weeks, that's 2 months, not even up to 3 months.
Yeah.
Wait, 9 weeks.
Yeah.
It's not up to 3 months. Wow. At what point? At what? Wow.
It's 9 weeks.
Guys, it's so big. So at what point did you start selling these ones?
Start selling them from before 5 weeks. Yeah.
Before 5 weeks?
Yeah.
Because as you sell them faster, you're saving your food money.
Yes. So once the production is right, the growth is. That's why no need to minimize their feeding.
Okay.
For a day old like this, light need to do for them in the night. They're eating there.
This one you have to off the light.
Yes, I don't need the light.
Because they eat anyhow. Once there's light, they just be eating.
Again. From 4 weeks, they don't need light again.
Wow. So you've sold like almost all of them. This is just the ones left, and these ones are no longer for sale.
Yeah.